interested in history and politics, and if any of y'all have teenagers, you know that that is like holding back the ocean with a broomstick sometimes to get them interested. Thankfully, I grew up with a mom and dad that chose to homeschool me and my older brothers, so from the moment I was young, they read to me historical biographies, and so I grew up with a love for history. But something that God laid upon my heart, and this is something I wanted to share with y'all, because many of y'all are parents and grandparents, and you may be wondering, I want my generation after me and the generation after them to know what we're fighting for. Not to look up at grandma and grandpa, mom and dad and say, oh, they were involved in a Tea Party movement and it was just something they were involved in, but to know why we were actually part of this movement. And this is something I wanted to read to you from Daniel Webster. He said, other misfortunes may be born or the effects overcome. If disaster war should sweep our commerce from the oceans, another generation may renew it. If it exhausts our treasuries, future industries may replenish it. If it desolate and lay waste our fields, still under a new cultivation, they will grow green again and ripen to future harvest. If we're but a tribe, if the walls of yonder capital were to crumble, if its lofty pillars should fall, and its gorgeous decorations be all overcome by dust of the valley, all of these might be rebuilt, but who shall reconstruct the fabric of a demolished government? Who shall rear up well-proportioned columns of constitutional liberty? Who shall frame together the skillful architecture which unites national sovereignty with states' rights, individual security, and public prosperity? No, if these columns fall, they will be raised not again like the Colosseum and the Parthenons. They shall be desolate and mournful and melancholy. Bitter tears, however, will flow from them. Then were ever shed over the monuments of Rome and Grecian art, for they will be the remnants of a more glorious edifice than Greece or Rome ever saw, the edifice of constitutional American liberty. That's what I'm standing up for this year. My staff member, Matt, is back there. I have 3 staff members around the country. And this year, in addition to what we've been doing, which has been writing blog entries on political news and relating it to teen life or doing historical lessons, we are going to be going through each section of the Constitution, clause by clause, section by section, and explaining why the founders wrote that section, what their original intent was, going back to the original intent, and why we still need that today. And I just encourage you all, there was some divisiveness in this room. Okay, I'm serious. I sat back there. There was divisiveness in this room. That cannot happen if we are to succeed with preserving our American liberty. Put aside petty differences, pray together, stand together, and let's defend our liberty. Amen.